Okay, so I have a confession. I completely ruined and destroyed my bathroom cabinets after my bathroom remodel. I ruined them, and I was like, I went to my husband all sheepishly. I'm like, what can we do? How can we replace these cabinets? What's the budget? How can we save the work that we've done and just, replace them? He looked at me and was like, Lena, we are not getting new cabinets. You have to strip the paint and start over. And I was floored. I mean, that response threw me into a depression. I couldn't believe I had to try and salvage the damage. I couldn't believe it. But you know what, guys? I did it. Okay, so let me tell you how this all began. My cabinets were perfectly fine after I stripped the white paint from years ago. Then I decided to add this gel stain, which was terrible. It was way too gray. So then I went in with some more gel stain, which was way too brown. Then I tried to sand it off, which didn't work. Then I had to do this dark espresso stain, which I hated. There's nothing wrong with walnut stain. It just takes me back to 2008. Remember IKEA? Everything was that chocolate espresso brown. So I'm going to show you how I stripped the paint. You're going to need some supplies. You're going to need some sanding paper, an electric sander, hopefully, a wire brush. Now to me, the wire brush is the most important, and a scraping tool. So the first step is to sand, and you're not going to sand too deep, but you're going to try to get most of the stain. And the stain that won't come out, you're going to take some orange stripper, let it sit, make sure you soak it, and you push it into all the nooks and crannies, let it sit for 30 minutes. Then you're going to scrape under a hose running with water. And then once it's all dry, you're going to sand. You're going to start with the coarse grit, then you're going to go to the medium grit, and then you're going to end up with the finest grit. Now wherever you see like hazy whiteness, that means you need to sand it a little bit more. So this process, it's a little bit therapeutic. It takes a minute, but this is going to give you a good base that you can stain. And I'm really proud at how I was able to remove that stain, and I was dreading this process, but it really wasn't that bad. You just got to have the right supplies, guys, and you can do it. If you have that piece of furniture that you don't like, don't give up on it. Okay, so luckily stain is only about $20 each, but let's go shopping for the perfect color. We're in this place again, oil-based and water-based, and my experience is that water-based stains are a lot more forgiving. You can dilute it with some water. Last time I think I got something like weathered gray. I already have walnut. I have Jacobian. I have special walnut, looks pretty. See, the problem is I had got dark walnut and it was way too dark. I'm gonna pick up a stick for those areas that just aren't looking right. And I decided to go with a custom color. We're gonna do the Dusty Terrarium and the classic milk milk tea, and I guess I can alternate between this one and that one. Okay, so I had this custom color made. It's called, what is it called? Milk tea. So pretty. And if you look in this pamphlet, I already tried a bunch of custom colors and none of them were good, but they will mix you a bunch of these colors. So I think I chose classic milk tea, this one, and I also chose a rich early American, which is here, just because I might want to do a base of early American just to get everything the same color, and then go over with milk tea. And then I also have my favorite product in the world, which is called a matte poly. So matte polyurethane is going to give you that water resistant protection without the shininess and the gloss, because I didn't want it to look like, you know, when you go to a bar and it's like the lacquered wood with the lacquer shiny. I didn't want it to be like that. I wanted it to be more like a matte, modern, neutral, earthy, organic. You know what I'm saying? A lot of our pieces, I'm not starting from a good place, guys. Like this is this color, this is this color. None of them are really the same color. So what I think I'm gonna do is, I don't know what I'm gonna do actually. I'm just winging it. So this milk tea is a custom color that they offer, and it's perfect to give your wood a nice pale base, and then you can go over later with something richer. But like I said, these are salvaged or original. These are original, you know what I'm saying? And they've been through so many stains. They've even been through a coat of white paint, which I removed a few years ago. So we're definitely not starting at the best place, The horse is already out the stable. I did have something called a fill stick, which I thought I could use in areas like, for example, like right there. See that little dark? You can see what, yeah, it does a trick. Okay, so after we did the milk tea, we're gonna go with a light little dusting of Early American, just to make it a little bit richer. So what I'm realizing now when I look upstairs is that everything kind of looks a little bit flat. I want a little more variation in color. So I'm gonna go in, now this is kind of sacrilegious, but I'm gonna go in on top of everything I already did, which is a little more stain. I'm just gonna hit it in a couple spots with some Jacobian, and I think it will work out, watch. Just areas where it looks a little light, I'm just going to do some randomness, but not too much. Not too much at all. Just so it could be like, you see? Just a little. Whoops. Don't want to overdo it. What I've learned about this, you can always add more, but it's hard. It's so hard to fix when you've added too much. The last step is to go in with a matte polyurethane, and this is really gonna like waterproof it. Really happy with how this has come out. You can see some depth, like I went in with some dark, some light, and you can still see the wood grain, and I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So I'm gonna assemble all these, which is not easy because some of the screws are stripped, some are not long enough. So I'm gonna see what I can do. Went a little bit crazy with the trays. So we got this green ridge one that I got from Home Goods today. It says Tahari on it, which I want to take. Why do they make these why do they put the stickers on so like you can't? There we go. I was about to have a nervous breakdown over that. Okay, so we have this green rib tray. We have 3 washcloths that I picked up. I did find some cute ones in AliExpress that I want, but I didn't really have time to make it. We have our candlesticks. We have a tray like this. We have a tray like this, vintage. And then we have our new candle warmer. This says man cave, which is funny because this is not a man cave, but oh, it smells so good. But so I'm gonna leave it in here, but it might end up going someplace else. Cute Louis Vuitton box, which has like no purpose. It's just cute. Like it's not practical, but I think I want to put it on this shelf. And the way I space the shelves out, they're smaller and then they get bigger. And I have this tray. Gorgeous, right? That there. Love the cabinets, guys. That part I could probably fix a little bit better, but I'm leaning into the wabi-sabiness. I mean, like I said, these are original, these are salvaged, and I'll touch that up later, but for the most part, I love it. I love that you can still see the wood grain, and I had to really sand, which was not easy. I had to stain that part, but I think it looks really good. This is like my mellow, peaceful retreat. Like, love it. And this window treatment is probably one of my favorite things I've ever done. And it was so simple. Not one of my most difficult sewing projects, but I like the weight on this fabric. I like the ticking stripe. It just goes perfectly. And this bathroom is just like chef's kiss. Yeah, so I think we're done. I'm not gonna mess with anything ever again in here because I think I've learned my lesson. I have really learned my lesson to leave well enough alone. Of course, this area, I can switch it up. Like, I wanna get these little towels off AliExpress, but these are cute. It gives just the right amount of pattern. Yeah. Gorgeous.